Hello, today I'm reading from the June 5th, 1970 Palante, and I'm reading an article called Socialist Medicine. Every Saturday, the Young Lords Party goes door to door in El Barrio and the South Bronx testing for tuberculosis. Even though TB has been eliminated among the rich, the middle class, and white people in general, it is alive and spreading in the Puerto Rican and black colonies of America, the richest country in the world. Tuberculosis is known as a disease of oppression, just like lead poisoning, anemia, malnutrition, etc. It comes from being so oppressed by the man that we cannot get jobs that pay enough, houses that shelter us right, or hospitals to care for us. It comes from not being able to, as a nation, as Boricueños, to control all these things. It comes from being poor, oppressed, and powerless. During the last 3 months in El Barrio and the last month in the South Bronx, we have given over 800 tests for tuberculosis. 1 out of every 3 people tested had a positive reaction. Why aren't the hospitals doing anything to prevent TB in our communities? Because the hospitals do not serve the needs of our people. They exist only to make a profit. Hospitals are only interested in hospitalization, which costs in the hundreds per day, lab tests and medicines, all of which they can charge a lot for. But as the Young Lords Party has shown, all that is necessary for TB testing is a few hours' work and dedication. We live in a country that makes proper health care a luxury only rich people can afford. Heart transplants and brain surgeries are done on rich people. TB preventative medicine is not done on Puerto Ricans and blacks because this capitalistic system wants to make the rulers live longer and let the spics and let the S words and N words die off as quickly and quietly as possible. The racism of the health empire must be exposed. It is in every area of medical service. Puerto Ricans have had drug problems for many years, but it wasn't until a few white kids in the suburbs started getting strung out that the health empire discovered drugs, and a big stink was made in the press. This is like Columbus discovering Puerto Rico. The 70,000 Taino Indians had always been there, but just like the drug problem, until the man feels it directly in his pocket or in his home, it doesn't exist and he doesn't give a damn. Point 5 of the Young Lords Party 13-point program and platform states, we want community control of our institutions and land. And point 13 says we want a socialist society. In a socialist society, the institutions like the hospitals are controlled by the hospital workers and the patients. Also, under socialism, they extend their services out to the people, visiting them in their homes and setting up free health clinics in every block. This type of service, which keeps people from getting sick in the first place, is called preventative medicine, something we still are not really doing. Although doctors admit it is needed, preventative medicine will never be done in America as it is today because it is a capitalist society. Capitalists run hospitals and make money out of Puerto Ricans being sick. And if there's no money, they're out of business. Socialists are concerned with keeping people healthy, not with making money. As long as we don't control institutions like the hospitals, we will continue to die of diseases like TB and receive poor or no health services in general. We must begin to fight together as a people to take over all institutions that control our lives by taking the central power that protects the capitalist, hospitals, the state. Pig administration who run hospitals and profit from other people's suffering must be put up against the wall. As long as pigs like these are in our communities, they will continue to use/exploit us. The Young Lords Party will continue to serve our people through our preventative medicine programs, and we will, at the same time, continue to expose the way in which the institutions in our communities exploit us. The YLP will fight until hospitals, police, schools, etc. are run by the people, especially those who work in and are affected by these institutions. Free health care for all. Liberate Puerto Rico now. Carl Pastor, Ministry of Health, Young Lords Party. A human life is worth more than the riches of the richest man in the world. Che. By the way, we still suck at healthcare. This was 1970, so we are 55 years later. It's 2025. This was 2 years before I was born. We need to do better. The next government we create is going to be better. I believe it.